everyone. My name is Mara, and Frostbite has asked me to let you know about my involvement with the Joes. Chances are you have never heard of me before, and that's okay. I won't hold it against you. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a character that first appeared in the G.I. Joe, a real American hero cartoon series produced by Sunbow in the 1980s. My appearance was specifically linked to an episode called Memories of Mara, which first aired on the 15th of November 1985. It was episode 45 of season 1. It featured a large number of characters such as Duke, Doc, Lady J, Cobra Commander and Destro. However, it was Shipwreck who was the most important to me in this show. The show starts with the USS Trogan sailing at full speed when the captain calls the all-hands-to-battle stations. In the search for the USS Nurka, the Joes had inadvertently come across a Cobra submarine. On the submarine, Cobra Commander and Destro confirm that they can't allow the Joes to search the area, and torpedoes are loaded. Back on the Joe ship, Shipwreck spies something drowning in the water and spoiler, it's me. As Shipwreck jumps in the water to save me, the Cobra submarine fires torpedoes. The Joes detonate the torpedoes right near me just as Shipwreck arrives to rescue me. While waiting for Deep Six and the Shark to arrive, Duke pilots the Skyhawk to provide some extra attack against the submarine. They pulled me up onto the USS Trogan just as Duke awkwardly landed a destroyed Skyhawk on its deck. Trying to resuscitate me, the Joes discovered that I had gills and Shipwreck put me back into the water where I could breathe again. As this was happening, Destro noticed me in the hands of the Joes and sent his team of divers to retrieve me. The Cobra Eels were quick to capture Lady J and the rest of us. One eel tried taking me back to the submarine, however I didn't like this very much and made it very hard for him to breathe. With my assistance, the Joes managed to gain control of the situation again. All while this was happening, Deep Six and the Shark was putting pressure on the Cobra submarine. Seeing that they were now in peril, Destro attempted to kill me with a torpedo. Can you believe it? Torpedo. The Joes saved me again, and Cobra dived for a hasty retreat. After everything was all clear, the Joes took me to a marine research facility where I was questioned about the location of the Nurka and how I come to be amphibious commando. I promised that I didn't know anything about where the secret base was, but I was afraid. After telling them about the horrible adjustment period and my future as a specimen, they promised to help me if they could. They gave me a land suit and made a plan, but Cobra attacked. Shipwreck and I ran off where I thanked him for his help by stealing a kiss from him. I really liked him. Somehow the Dreadnoks found us and tried to take us back, however I managed to overcome them and escape. After the Dreadnoks gave up looking for us, I told Shipwreck about my involvement with Cobra and let him know I was attracted to him. It was at this point that I told the Joes where the secret Cobra base and the USS Nurka was located and took them there. While this was happening, Destro was busy interrogating the Nurka captain on how to access the ship system so he could get submarine secrets. He wasn't able to get the captain to crack, so he ordered the twins to evacuate the base. I swam with the Joes to attack the secret base and set as many explosive charges as possible before Lady J was captured by Destro and the twins. I freed the captured captain and crew of the Nurka as Destro and the twins escaped. I was able to free Lady J before she was fried by the same machine that made me amphibious. Luckily, Shipwreck, Lady J and I were able to swim away before the base completely blew up. I had one more beautiful moment with Shipwreck before I eventually had to say farewell to him, explaining that I belonged to the sea. That was a sad night for me. Now that we have gone through my first appearance with G.I. Joe, you have a much better knowledge of me. There's a few more things we can go through though. Let's take a look at my file card. Obviously it's not real, but I found it lurking around and it was a good way to give you some information that the cartoon episode didn't give you. Okay, let me read this to you. As you can see, I was trained as a Cobra Eel and therefore my primary skill is demolitions with a secondary skill of marine engineering. My file card goes on to read, formerly a trained Cobra Eel, I was one of the first tests of a Cobra experiment to integrate fish DNA into a human. The experiment partially succeeded but also partially failed. I grew gills, my skin color changed to blue and I was no longer able to breathe in the open air. I originally joined Cobra out of a bad neighborhood, where right and wrong didn't matter and no one was a friend. I found out that Cobra wanted more than they let on, so I departed Cobra with the help of G.I. Joe during an incident where the Joes were attempting to find a stolen submarine. I have feelings for one of the Joes being shipwrecked. Also, as I said during that awesome episode, there are no friends in Cobra, only convenient alliances. We are all cannon fodder when it suits Cobra Commander. I learned this hard way. Okay, well, it's been really nice to spend some time with you today so that I could introduce myself. Be sure to go find Memories of Mara on YouTube and watch me in it. If you enjoyed Frostbite's video, please leave him a like and tell him what you thought of the video in the comments section. He'll see you in his next video. Bye.